Hey, how's it going, everybody? Doing a live video, so I'm going to give people a little bit of time to come into the room. I know you love my shirt. So today, I was reminiscing on what it's like to be an activist because I was out in the world passing out flyers, as per usual. And I went to a farmer's market, and I remembered this progression that has happened over the past 4 years, because 4 years ago I devoted my life to chemtrails, never looked back. But I wasn't an activist really before that, not like I was after that. So I've been passing out these flyers, okay, for different events. Now for years. Sometimes it's just informative flyers talking about now the movie and chemtrails. But sometimes it's an event that I'm about to host, right? And it's like, hey, please come to my event. And I'm passing out flyers, passing out flyers, passing out flyers, and learning how to speak to people, meet them on their level, right? There's all these events I've been promoting and all these flyers I've been passing out on this same topic, chemtrails. It's unreal how many freaking flyers I've handed people and how many people I've met. Just normal people out there in the world, right? So I'm trying to deliver a message to you all, which is, firstly, activism is amazing. It's unreal, the power of the flyer. I mean, you've got a flyer in your hand, something that you're passionate about, and you're bringing forward that truth for someone, and maybe, just maybe, you're going to link up with someone who's really excited to talk about this and excited to meet you, right? So there's all these different levels of it. So first, when I started off 4 years ago, almost to the day now, 4 years ago, I was passing out flyers, and they were very wordy, very complicated, and there was no discernment. A bus would empty out, I was in the city, and a bus would open up, and every person would get a flyer. Hey, you know about chemtrails? Right? And then the bus would clear, and the people would clear, and I'd be waiting for that next bus to unload, and I'd look, and there'd be a trail of my freaking glossy flyers, dude, like the money I spent, like on the ground in the trash cans. And so I started to change my little spiel. I tried to go to people who I thought weren't going to throw the flyers away. I changed the flyers and tried to make cheaper ones that were whatever, you know? And I evolved. I just went to the print shop just now, and they quoted me $600 on something that I know I can get on printrunner.com for like 60 bucks, right? And I've learned, don't go with the local print companies. I'm sorry, I hate to be that guy. I really do support local. So either way, okay, I first started to do this. I would get the flyer, little piece of paper, whatever it is, and I would say, Matt, this is worth $100. One flyer. $100 this cost you. And I don't have money like that, so that's kind of a big deal. So, you know, I'm not just going to throw away $100. I'm going to pick, right? And it's just something that I did mentally. And I would look at people in the coffee shop and look at people at the university, at the farmer's market, you know, at the grocery store. I even had a girl think I was checking her out and got mad because I was looking at her. But whatever, I'm just trying to find the right person, right? And I learned through this like process, this discernment, how to really look at people, which was amazing, incredible, because I really see people now in a different way. And so that phrase, I throw these phrases around, you know, realize, 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 and realize, real skies, and being the change changes the being. I throw these things around, and I post all these memes like crazy, even though I get censored and some of them don't get seen. but those posts are really how I feel. This is like me really just like pouring my heart out to you guys. So it's not this fakeness or anything like that. And I've learned to see people and to be genuine and to see, like, look myself in the mirror really and all this stuff through being an activist. And so I throw those words around, being the change, change is the being, but it really does. If you really become an activist and really devote your energy to this stuff, it'll come together for you. I mean, I've had to just trust and trust and trust so many times, and so many times it's like out of a movie or something. Like, it comes together just fine. And even though you only had a few bucks left, you know, something, you know, the opportunity came and whatever. And I've had a lot of amazing support from you all. The conference that I hosted last year in Tucson, I had to do a GoFundMe, and I made it happen because of you all, which is amazing. And so today, the story from today, we're at 6 minutes. I'm still going to talk for a few more minutes. So I was out, and I'm running low on flyers. Okay, I always end up running low. When I have a bunch, I'm like, hey, everybody, please take some flyers. And I mail them out, and I'm putting them up all over the place, and I'm still not learning my lesson like before. But either way, I'm just like a numbers game, numbers game, numbers game. And I'm putting them up, you know. And it's good because I do put them up in good spots, and it does come home. It's all about trust. Oh, my goodness. I'll be beating myself up, and then someone will say, I saw your flyer at this place that's like 5 hours away, this coffee shop or something. And I'll be like, oh, wow. And they were like, yeah, I was going to, my boy, this is a true story. They said my boyfriend was going to take the flyer home to watch the movie. And I told him, don't worry. I just met that guy, and he gave us a movie, you know, because I give out DVDs as well when people are really stoked, which is an amazing development in the activism. So one of the biggest things I'm trying to bring home here is anybody can be an activist, but it doesn't happen overnight. All right, you start to learn, you learn your audience, you learn about yourself, you hone in on your pitch, you figure out what you're really passionate about. Maybe you start off wanting to talk about whatever, right? You know, I don't even know what you're passionate about, but it could be chemtrails, it could not be, it could be just some other problem in the world or something good. Maybe you want to just sing songs to people. I don't care, whatever makes you happy and brings you joy and makes other people raise their consciousness and elevate on a higher vibration, it's all good, because truth is a higher vibration, right? So activism is bringing people this awareness of truth, and we can elevate higher together, and which is totally awesome, right? So if you want to be a chemtrail activist, though, that's I can't help but want to help you on that journey, and I'll send out flyers galore. So when I've got a big stack of movies and a big stack of flyers sitting there staring at me, I try my hardest to get them out there. Okay, but now recently, I've been running low. So I went out today with like 4 flyers to a farmer's market in a place that I'm pretty new to. So I could give out 100 flyers easily. And I passed out the first 3, and it was cool. But then I had 1 flyer, and I chilled for like an hour. This is a true story. This happened today, and this is the reason I'm giving this little message to the world with my tie-dye fish shirt and my hat on backwards. It was amazing today. So what happened was I went into the world with this one last flyer, and I analyzed, and I went deep into myself, and I kind of tried to listen, and, you know, who should it be? Who should get this last flyer? Mind you, I've got a DVD in my backpack. Okay. 2, actually. But those were only for super special people, and nothing had really came up. So I've got this 1 flyer, and I thought I was just going to give out my last flyer and then go home. That was my plan. And I'm looking at everybody pretty deep. I like look at people's eyes and stuff. A lot of people can't even take that, but I look at people just for a second. I'm not creeping people out or anything, but I do look at everybody, you know. And there was this one vendor, this lady who sells jelly jams, and the vendors are usually pretty cool. They're entrepreneurs, and they're working not for the man, and they're doing their own thing, and maybe they're farmers and they're outside on the land, and they're connected to the earth and the sky and all that stuff, and they're awake already or whatever, and they're cool. These people are cool. Yeah, it's amazing. I learned that at a farmer's market after passing out flyers galore repeatedly. I tried to hit up the vendors, the farmers and stuff, and all of them were so cool and receptive and proud of me and how can we help? And they knew about chemtrails and all this stuff. You know, and I was like, whoa, the vendors. So this jelly lady, all right, the story's almost over. We're going to end this around 11 or 12 minutes. The jelly woman. I just felt like she was the one after an hour and with one flyer in my hand. And I went up to her and I said, my spiel is, hi, how's it going today? I made a movie about weather modification history. May I please share it with you? And I hand him the flyer. And I say, it's available online for free. Right? And that's it. It's really easy. And she was really into it. She said, oh, yeah, I know about this, and thank you for your work. And I was like, well, I really don't want to give up this last flyer. Would you like a DVD? Would that make you watch it even more so, probably? And do you have a DVD player? And she said, really? And I took out the DVDs, and I said, which cover would you like? The gas mask or the sunset chemtrails? She said, oh, I think the chemtrail sunset. And then this woman, this is actually the kicker, the story. This woman out of the blue comes over with her few kids. She says, are you giving out chemtrail DVDs? And she was so excited. And she said, my family back in New York, they don't believe me, and we don't have the internet, but we have a DVD player. And I was like, would you like one? Are you serious? She says. And she said, thank you so much. I'm going to share it with everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, she says to me. It was amazing. So I came home and I made a little video about it. And here I am telling you that being an activist is amazing. And even just a little bit goes a long way. So we can change the world, even if we're told we can't, you know? So get out there in the world, meet some actual humans, and you'll see a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are on our side, and there's still some truth to be shared. Thank you so much. Much love to everybody. Have a nice day.